So he agrees to court because for whatever reason he had to agree as to whether to go to court or not. And then for whatever reason, bearing in mind he's had nearly 2 years at this point from the last court to this court to say anything, but new allegations came out that I had physically abused her by hitting her and slapping her and pulling her hair, and then I'd also mentally abused her by constantly locking her away, constantly not allowing her to eat, telling her she's fat. These sort of things rang a bell a little bit, because there's sort of a little slap to the head, a little punch to the thigh, pull of the hair, tell me I'm fat, tell me I'm a whale. So they were all sounding very familiar to me. And then he tried saying that for the 4 years at this point that she'd been there, I hadn't sent any gifts, or I'd sent very little gifts. I'd sent very little things to her. I'd helped out very little, blah, blah, blah. I managed to pull up there were 20 pages with 2 receipts on each page of items that I had sent, that I could see that I had sent directly to them. Never mind the other little bits and pieces that I bought in between that I'd sent and stuff like that. So I managed to disprove that, and I managed to disprove quite a lot of things that he'd said. However, that were his voices were too triggering for me, because they were. I wasn't trying to do tit for tat, but I felt like that's how it looked. And then so that we could, well, between me and my solicitor and his solicitor, we'd found a messaging app so that we could send messages so that he didn't have to do the voice note. He agreed to that, that was fine. But then he put in a place that I wasn't allowed to take him back to court for anything to do with our daughter for 3 years. Bear in mind, at this point she's 13, so what age does that take her to? There's not much more to go other than the fact that I still don't see my daughter, still don't have any contact with my daughter. I still have him telling me everything that she went through with me and telling me all these things, even though I've tried to disprove everything so far. But social workers and him against me meant that the judges sided with him for whatever reason. Tomorrow I will tell you about the evidence that I took to court of him mentally abusing me through messages.